In today's video, I'm walking you through my full end-to-end process as a solo developer using VS Code and Claude Code to create a reusable, reliable code-based solution for repetitive, stable automation result. Why this matter? Everyone thinking about using AI for automation. But here is a problem most people didn't know. Large language model are probabilistic, and AI agent are autonomy at a certain level. That means the same prompt will not give you the same result the second time. Think about you let a ChatGPT summarize a main point of a meeting script 2 times. Use exactly the same prompts. Will you get the same results? So, when you need something stable and repeatable, you need the code-based solution, whether it's SQL, JavaScript, or in my case, R. Now, maybe you are not a programmer, or maybe you are, but you want to move faster, debug quicker, and write better code with less effort. That's where Claude Code and any smart code assistant come in. You just describe what you are trying to build in plain English, and the AI write the code line by line, help troubleshooting, and make tweaks faster than doing it solo. My name is Celine Xu. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to help business professionals like you to make AI part of your daily workflow and leverage them effectively, free you for more important and more enjoyable tasks. I want to share you my workflow, live demo, and insights, how I use Claude Code to create this reusable code more effectively. If you're curious about coding in AI, or you want to move faster, debug quicker, or write better code with less effort, this video will make the whole things feel way more doable and maybe have fun. Let's jump. Here is my workflow in briefing. First, it's about preparation before the coding. So create a clear description of your minimum viable product solution with my UPOMC framework in 3 to 5 sentences. U for user, P for problem and purpose, O for output, M for metrics, and C for context. Think of Claude Code like your personal developer or even your development team. Before they can build anything useful, they need context. So ask yourself, what would you need to know if you were coding from scratch? For example, if this is an analytic project, share how your data is structured. What do the column means? Is there any hierarchy? Any special name conventions? Do you have your own definition for key terms? What is the standard operating procedure the code need to be followed? The clearer your context, the better the output it gives you. In my video on UPOMC framework, I break down each dimension in detail. I will link it above. Check it out. The pro tips. When you are using Claude Code, you don't need to hit enter after every sentence. Every time you press enter, you send a new request to API. There is a way to shift without trigger enter, but it's hard to get it right. And because computers don't care about the line break like person, they can still understand the content in a clear manner. So just to type everything together in one paragraph. This approach keeps things simple and reduce the chance of something break. Step 2. Set up a dedicated folder for the new project. Why this matter? It makes it easier for the AI to access all the relevant files next time. And it also makes it simpler to package or share the tool you actually made with a non-coder colleague in the future. Third, then open the code editor. I'm using VS Code terminal, but you could also use cursor or any setup you prefer. From here, use the terminal to call Claude. And you need to have Claude set up already from your terminal, either from your Claude.ai subscription or the Claude API. 4. Once you are in the Claude Code, describe your clear minimum viable product and let Claude write it into an requirement.md. Here is the original structure. I typed because I want to generate a usable .rmd file that read a durability Excel file and a Jira export Excel file. compute for each program initiative the number of planned feature, registered feature, and complete feature, calculate the gap, and write the Excel file with one sheet per program summarize these metrics. I want you to learn the relationship between Excel in the old folder, how to make the summary 1 out of doability 1 and Jira 1. Summarize your thoughts and make it into an R code. This tool is for program manager and portfolio analyst who need to compare what was planned versus what was actually delivered across initiative and program in one PI. Be specific, more precise of your description, the better Claude can generate usable and structured code right from the start. This is a VS Code interface. And after the first run, you can see we already have a requirement.md file and also have a draft of RMD file having the R code. And now it's read in the Jira Excel. At the same time, the doability Excel, try to understand what's in it and the relationship between that. And when you do everything, it's normally will ask, do you want to proceed? Which means if you want to proceed, then they will write those code in this RMD file or the file you actually point to. So I said yes, and then it started processing. And then I realized AI missing some critical information about the data structure, about one-off file is not really process ready. My new Jira file need to be clean first. So I give instructions as, you need to merge the cell, which is doing the clean process. I detailize how the process need to be, which is, I said, like you need to unmerge the column A, B, C, and D and fill in the information based on the first line of original merge block. Since the A, B, C, D have two level of merge, I also specify is 2 level of merge at peak level and initiative level. And after they clean this, I want to put this in the new folder. And then you can see what they do is I will do the requirement and do the R markdown file and they do the bash and everything executing bash perspective and then writing R code. Requirement file now. And the good advantage of this is if next time you still want the Claude Code write you another R code, and then you will have complete requirement and instead of prompt one line by one line. Here you can see they already update the requirement.md. First section is clean Jira data. The second section is process durability. And then the third one is generate summary. And generate summary, it also says the section 1, section 2, and it have the output format, which is quite complete. At the same time, it also says it's creating cleaning function for Jira unmerge at the same time. Now, it asks me, do I want to proceed? Which means doing all the change. I say yes. And then it's continue with all the changes. And you can see here says I've successfully updated the project. And what be delivered, the first one is change the requirement.md and also updated the RMD file and then process. The test result successfully generate summary. Okay. But I don't really want 100% happy with the result. First, I want the 0 part is actually empty instead of 0. At the same time, I want to have one more column showing what is the total feature in the Jira. And then maybe the percentage of the feature is done as calculated as the percentage. Then let's see here. So I said, great job. Okay. First, identify someone. Percentage of done over total number. Second over 0. 1, 2, 3. It started syncing. And first it's update the RMD file. And then it's feature dot feature status. Use to program sounds right. And then what will be my third requirement? I want to have total number of how many BTI is planned, how many BTI is off. And it's asking me whether or not I want to proceed. I will see. Yes. And it's wrong. Let's see what is in the new account. Here we can see we have two files. One is then we can open the latest one. And for the latest two column have this 1 plus 9, 10, yes, and empty, and the percentage is right. The next thing I want to calculate is how many input initiate out of the total planned initiative and the total number of unpromised initiative. Yeah, that's the same. So, percentage calculating the result down percentage. In the meantime, we can see what is in its markdown. And first, set up a library. And it's really nice. They have the section and have the description. And it's data loading. Oh, yeah. And then data cleaning. Okay. And then clean Jira data, clean durability data, and the program name mapping. Cool. Then annual analysis functions. Oh, yeah. It's asked me again whether or not I want to proceed. I said yes. So this is extract program promise from durability. Oh, nice. Sets data from initiative. It looks quite nice. I probably need to do a little test since I'm using Markdown. That's because for Excel, I can run it in my RStudio and test whether or not this flow is accurate. If this is accurate, I can turn this Markdown to an executable R file. And I just use the R file to run the new files. I have my small automation set up. Let's check what is actually here. So I go to Things, Document, Durability, and have the result. The result has this one. And I'm open this one. It says, yes, consumer. What is the production? So let's double check. For each one, the number seems right. Why I'm making this video? First, I want to show you how easy use natural language to code for non-tech people. Second, you can use AI agent in another way, creating more stable, repeatable solution rather than use Claude Code processing Excel every time. You can create another tool in between, then use the tool process the new Excel files. Third, and structured workflow can help you make agent work for you more effectively and help you debugging more easily. Two more takeaways I want to have. First, if you use Claude Code for coding, it helps you debugging without your instruction to debugging. They use agent and sub-agents for the tasks. Really effective. Try it out. Second, when you create R code, use Markdown format first for easy checking. You can check step by step whether or not it's right or not, and then create another R file for one-click automation execute later. Hope this video show you some inspiration and how to use Claude Code for coding tasks, the process, the tips, and how easy it could be. I did not include how to set up Claude and how to Claude in terminal in this demo. Here are two great videos I followed how to do those tasks. I put the link in the description below. Terminal looks terrifying even for me at the first place, but try it out. It's actually not that hard. Subscribe for more. I'm planning another Claude demo for creating application with an integration later. Still use natural language only. We'll share it soon. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.